Recently, we've seen a dramatic increase in the number of sextortion cyber tip line reports that we receive from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Sextortion is a semi-new form of online exploitation that we're seeing with our children these days.
Over the past 38 years, the National Center has worked with law enforcement, families, and the public to help find missing children, reduce child sexual exploitation, and prevent child victimization. Right now, one of the biggest threats we're seeing against our children is sextortion. This is where children are blackmailed online into sending explicit images of themselves.
These individuals will get online and they will begin communicating on different platforms with individuals that they think that they know. Sometimes it may be a guy or a girl stating that they're a kid that's the same age, and then they'll start talking. A lot of times those conversations will become sexually explicit in nature, and then one individual may send a photo and the other individual will decide to reciprocate that. And then very quickly after that happens and the subject gets the images of the child sexual abuse material, then they will start exploiting or blackmailing the individual. And it may be for more images, but more often than not, what we're seeing is they're extorting them for money.
Although you may have heard about this crime before, the trend we're seeing now shows that this problem is growing at a disturbing rate. Between 2019 and 2021, reports to the National Center involving sextortion nearly doubled. And now we're also seeing more male teenagers being targeted.
It's important to know that all social media applications have the potential to be dangerous. If children are on these applications and they're talking to people they don't know, that's the same as letting a stranger into your home. It's very dangerous. The thing that we suggest is that children only talk to people on social media that they actually know in real life. Don't friend somebody just because they're friends with one of your friends. And it's important to know that anything you store in your social media accounts can be hacked and taken by a perpetrator and used against you later. So the kids that are storing nude images or sexually explicit images in their My Eyes Only and Snapchat accounts and things of that nature, there's a potential that those accounts can be hacked and those photos can be used against you later. It's important that we don't take any photographs or videos that we wouldn't want the whole world to see.
The other thing is just with parents, have that open communication. Take every opportunity you can to speak with your children about the dangers of social media and posting stuff online. Be involved. Know what your children are doing as best as you can. There's so many different apps out there, it's hard to stay on top of all of them, but just taking the opportunity to have those conversations so that if something does happen to your child, they don't feel like they're going to get in trouble for coming to you, and they can kind of stop the problem before it becomes an even bigger issue.
Sadly, as reports of this crime intensify, more and more victims are committing suicide. These children feel trapped with no way out. This crime is targeting our children around the world, and while our kids may feel overwhelmed, we need to let them know that they're not alone. If this happens to a child you should immediately contact law enforcement, then report it to our cyber tip line at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
If you've already been sextorted on the internet, it's important for you to let your parents know that this has happened to you, to notify law enforcement so that you can get help. This is happening to hundreds of kids throughout the state of Georgia every month, and you're not alone in it if it's happened to you. If you're having trouble at home, you need to let an adult know, you need to let a parent know, and there are resources for you. If you go to missingkids.org, which is the website for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, there are resources under the Get Help tab, which will give you resources in how to get images taken down offline or how to get some peer support and counseling help.
Please let your kids know that there is a way out, and the National Center is here to help.
We all make mistakes, and this is becoming a very common mistake among children. So if we can prevent it, let's prevent it. And if it's already happened, then let's get some help.